Hey y'all, Laura, Peaks for Pounds. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to give y'all a quick update on where I'm at and where I'm going. As you know, I've been off the trail, the AT, for a while, and due to some health issues. And unfortunately, I developed a rash that became a bacterial infection, double bacterial infection. That kind of did a number on me. So that mixed with in with a good dose of extreme fatigue just kind of botched my AT plans. Unfortunately, that AT through hike this year did not pan out. And here's why. I was on the wrong path. Now, let me explain that to you with a little analogy. When you show up in Springer Mountain, Georgia, the southern terminus of the Appalachian Trail, you've got two options of how you get there. One option is you take a shuttle that'll drive you from wherever. It can be Amicalola Falls State Park or even Atlanta Airport, wherever it is that you are. You shuttle up to the trailhead and you hike up to Springer Mountain. Or you take the Appalachian Trail approach trail. It's about 7.5 miles long, and it's not part of the Appalachian Trail. It's the approach trail that leads to Springer Mountain, that southern terminus. And I want to use that approach trail as an analogy. See, I didn't take that approach trail. I took the shuttle to Springer Mountain. No harm, no foul. The approach trail doesn't count in your total 18 miles. In fact, I've hiked part of it before. So I decided rather than hike this pretty difficult trail, kind of strenuous trail, I decided, okay, I'm just going to shuttle to Springer Mountain. I've been thinking a lot about this, and I'm still glad I didn't take the approach trail, but metaphorically, I didn't take the right approach to the entire Appalachian Trail. I trained. I did some training. I thought I was ready to hop on trail, and I figured the trail would teach me the rest of what I needed to know. I didn't take any true, sincere approach to hiking this 2,197 mile long trail. So metaphorically, I set myself on the wrong path. I put the cart before the horse. I'll admit it. I bit off more than I can chew. But it was in my heart to do it, and I showed up, and I did what I could do, and I feel pretty accomplished for what I did do. You know, a year and a half ago, I could hardly walk a mile without stopping for a break, and I walked 101 miles, 13,000 feet of elevation gain. Now, I know to some that's nothing, that's a sniff, but to me, it's the darn hardest thing I've ever done. And I wasn't ready to be done doing it, but my body was ready to be done doing it. I did not prepare myself for this adventure properly. That bacterial infection did a number on me, but also what did a number on me was the fact that every single day I was pushing myself beyond my abilities. Now, I'm careful. Y'all know I'm cautious. I don't take a lot of risks. But every day I was taking a risk by putting myself out in that situation. I wear a sports watch, Coros Apex 2, I think it is, Pro. It's a darn good watch. I got it because I wanted to keep a close eye on certain things like my heart rate on a daily basis. I wanted to make sure I wasn't pushing myself into an unsafe zone. The watch measures your distance hiked, it measures your elevation gain, it measures a whole mess of stuff. And every day I'd set it for the activity hike. And I'd set out, y'all watch the videos, I'd set out for the day, and at the end I'd press stop and it would record my data for the day and give me a really cool report. Well, it also records calories that are burned. And I kid you guys not when I say on average, I was burning 6,000 to 7,000 calories per activity, per day of hiking. Now that doesn't include the calories you burn just by breathing and living and normal, bodily function. So I was burning anywhere probably from 7,000 to 10,000 calories. I did remember getting a report one day where it said I had burned 8,700 calories. That's one of those really hard days I had. Now, there's no way I can eat that much to recoup those calories, to recoup the nutrients that my body was burning. I set foot on trail fairly ignorant of nutrition. I thought calories in, calories out. I didn't know enough about what type of calories, what type of nutrition my body needed. So I was never charging. Now, this other thing this watch does at the end of the day, when it gives you that little report, it'll tell you the amount of time till full recovery. How much rest time, how much downtime do you need until you can get back out there and do it again? Every single day when I would get my report, it would say 4 days to full recovery. 4 days. Well, what would I do? The next day I'd go out and do the same thing. And then 2 or 3 days later, maybe I'd take a zero, or take a couple zeros. But the point is, my body was never fully recovering from the activities. I was dragging myself down to the point of, gosh, it's going to take me a month to recuperate. That explains all the fatigue. Now, when I went to my doctor last week, I had a follow-up with this bacterial infection, and I did a full wellness exam and everything, and I explained to her about the calorie thing. And she said, it's simple, you're malnourished. That's when I opened my mouth and said the most ignorant thing I've ever said in my life. I said, how can a 300-pound woman be malnourished? I thought she was going to hand me my rear end. She said it has absolutely nothing to do with how much you weigh. You could weigh 500, 600, 700 pounds. If you're not getting the right nutrients, your body is shutting down. And so, long story short, I have been damaging myself every single day when I was out doing something that was beyond my capabilities. I was pushing myself, I was doing it, but I was doing it at my own detriment. All to say, I wanted to accomplish this goal. Now, there's got to be a better way of doing it, right? So I've decided to course correct my journey. And let me explain that to you. I'm going to set my sights on something bigger than the Appalachian Trail, bigger than any trail or any goal. And that is, I'm going to course correct my journey to a path of wellness and of health. I'm going to take that approach trail, metaphorically, that I failed to take in the beginning. I'm going to make my journeys about getting healthy. I'm not saying weight loss. I'm not saying diet. I'm not saying those words, because you know what? Diets never worked for me in the past. What works for me is setting my sights on something that I want and working really hard to get there. So I'm going to step back and I'm going to redefine this journey towards health and wellness. And I'm going to do this via the medium of nature. Because I still love outside. I still love the trail. I love all trails, not just the Appalachian Trail. I'm going to rebrand myself. Now, when I came up with peaks for pounds, and what my vision is for the channel, for the brand, for whatever you want to call it, basically the mantra is, I want to promote outdoor activity and adventures for folks of all sizes, ages, abilities. That's still where I stand. But I also think that each of us, no matter where we are in our journey, whether it's a literal journey or whether it's a metaphorical journey for our health, our wellness, our state of mind, wherever we are, we can heal through the nature of medium. Get up, get out, get moving. All right? It's all about just taking the next step. For me, the next step is to work on my health. And I'm going to do so by hiking some shorter trails. I'm going to do so by daily getting out there. I'm going to do so, number one, by learning about nutrition, become a student of nutrition and what my body needs. So that's the direction I'm going. Yes, I'm still going to hike some sections of the Appalachian Trail. That is still on the horizon. Am I going to thru-hike it? Not this year. Will I ever thru-hike it? I don't know. I do plan on hiking the whole thing. I enjoy hiking it in sections. But I also enjoy on feeling good, feeling healthy, having energy. So that's going to be the focus that I turn my path towards. That's the focus that I'm going to turn the channel towards. One of healing, body, mind, and spirit. And I invite all of you on this journey with me. It's not just about me, it's about all of us. You have been incredibly supportive. One of the reasons that I wanted to thru-hike the Appalachian Trail was to deepen my connection with people. And boy, have I done that. both folks I've met on trail that are lifelong friends now, and you find folks that have been watching me and supporting me. I've deepened that relationship with people, and I want to continue to do that. So I invite you to come with me on this journey of discovery, this journey of health, and we're going to have some adventures. I'm going to take y'all on adventures, some other places, other trails. You know, there's so much to see and do, and we're going to get out there and have a good time, and we're going to get healthy doing it. We're going to discover nutrition. We're going to discover how to make ourselves feel a little bit better so that we can do those things that we love. So thank you all for your support. You've been wonderful. And if you're new watching this channel, you like what you see, you're going to follow the rest of this journey, please hit the subscribe button and do so. Now, this is where I tell you to stick with me, because I am going somewhere. This new approach is how I'm going to get there.